हाँ जनाब मेरी कमेंट्री भी करो नहीं कमेंट्री करो जनाब साढ़े MP साहब आ गए ने देख लो सारे मिले ने जनाब वसीम अकबर साहब भी हाजी माजिद साहब बह गए ने उन्होंने नाल इंजा वजीर साहब उमर साहब बैठे ने नजमी साहब मेरे एरिए के सारे बैठे ने देखो सारे दोस्त बाब जेडे ने तशरीफ लियाए ने देखो जनाब इंज दी कंपेन हो रही है जनाब शुक्र बशीर साहब भी आ गए ने
Already we are gathered today just for giving support to Mr. Gareth Snell. So he's a candidate of this central ward, and as a councillor, already in the central belt we are out 9 councillors out of 10, and we're still struggling because of some issues because we ain't got any MP at the moment. And of course, if we gonna support to Gareth and you all guys gonna support to Gareth, so obviously, we can elect as a MP. And when the MP will select, obviously the national wise, is gonna be very helpful for the resident of Stoke-on-Trent, as well as the helpful for the councillors. And we're gonna be more powerful to help the community. And still at the moment, it's been 1 year, we are trying our best to help the community as much as we can, but we need to support follow with the heart to elect Mr. Gareth, and
देख लो टांडे वाले खास करके अपने टांडे का नाम रोशन करने वास्ते टांडे वाले जनाब देखो MP ME के साथ
the meeting, and I would like to invite, first of all, I just want to introduce that we are very lucky at the moment. We have
ये मेरा बकरा भी खिलाते हैं जनाब देख रहे हैं
the sitting councillor Majid Khan, and next our deputy leader of the council Amjad Wazir councillor, and ex-Lord Mayor Matloob Bhatt, and we have our councillor from Moorcroft, and Sneed Green is very old politician, Mr. Najmi. Very old politician. Very old politician. And before I start, thank you very much for Munir Ahmed, and he's my chief supporter from this area, from the Killings Drive and surrounding, and he always supports the Labour Party as well as me. And thank you very much, Munir from Tanda. So his village is from Tanda, so we just called him Munir Ahmed Tanda. So thank you very much, Munir, for your support.
Thank you.
And give us a chance to do a little bit corner meeting around here. So I would like to invite Deputy Leader Amjad Wazir to say something about the coming general election, what we're going to do, what we have planned. Of course, we will ask Gareth as well, but he will say something. So please welcome Amjad Wazir.
Thank you, Wasim, and thank you, Mr. Munir, inviting us all here today in the support of Gareth Snell, who I hope will be our MP on 4th of July. So we need to support him as much as we can. As you know, last year in May, in 5th of May, we took over the City Council from our opponents. I'm not going to name him, so I'm not going to shame him as well. They were in control for 8 years, and they have ruined everything in the city. When we took over, the city was really declined, backward, everything was in decline.
जाओ वो डाल रहे हैं डालो आप
Dana should ask me, clean up the city. So that was my first job. So as you know, it used to be fly tipping, dirty streets, dirty roads. It was a big issue. So we took over that. It took us 6 months or so to clean up. And we are proactive now. As you can see, anywhere, any fly tippings, we go next day and day after. It used to take 3 months or so to pick up fly tipping, even if it's reported. But nowadays we are there within 3 days. And after that, in the winter, we started a campaign called Dump and Mold, especially the council housing. And we had some grant for the houses to repair them, get rid of the dump and mold. It's a big issue in council estates. So we are working on that. And this year in May, we started on, which is the very big issue to me, but I tried to do it in the winter, but I was told by the officers you can't do roads in the winter because if you fill up potholes in the winter, if you repair the roads, if you repair any defects on the roads, they will come open next day. It's cold, it's freezing, it's not suitable. So on the 7th of May we started on the roads and we are making progress. The promises to our residents is that within 6 months we will do 6,000 defects on the roads. And I think we are on top of it. We are repairing the 50 to 60 defects a day.
हाँ जी की लगाओ जरा ਇਹ ਜਨਾਬ ਨਿੱਕੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਰਟੀਫੀਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਘਾਹ ਲਾਇਆ ਉਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਖੇਡ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ
And we can deliver much more for our residents. This is our aim, is to do as much as we can. We always put our residents first. We never put ourselves first. I can't say about the previous administration for AJ what they did to us, but we have suffered quite a lot. They have took us 74 million from store content in law. They have took us 74 million from store content in 12 years. And that's a huge amount of money from our city. We lost all that money, but we are still coping. And I hope after 4th of July, we have a Labour government and investment there, and we can do much better for you guys here in Stoke on-Trent. Our city is a private city, and we need to do that more. And Gareth's listening to me, so I hope he will take our case to the Westminster and fight for Stoke on-Trent. And I'm sure he will, because he belongs to Stoke on-Trent. He's a Stokey himself, so he loves Stoke and he knows our issues. There's no need for us to tell him our issues, and he understands everything. Now I'm sure they will fight for us in Westminster after 4th of July. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nazir. Very beautifully explained all those things regarding the manifesto of the Labour Party. And as a councillor, it's been 1 year for me as well in this ward. And whatever I realized while the campaigning, so that should be very promptly active, should be a proactive person, who deal with the residents. And starting from Riverside Road, wherever you go, you can ask. Every single day I try to visit, and we receive so many instructions from Gareth as well, and he visited me as well. Not for the campaigning, apart from the campaigning, we try to resolve those problems. But at the moment, whatever we are struggling, as soon we will elect our Labour Council, Labour MPs in the Stoke and Trent, is going to be more beneficial. Some of the residents I can see from back of the St. John's, what's your street? Selwyn Grove, I can see some residents around here as well. London Road, 886 London Road. And Nade Umar, he represents from Sudan, and he is very cooperative. And whenever he contacts, always, prompt action, we take. And all the communities helping at the moment Labour Party.
जनाब साढ़े बंधु भाई अली साहब भी आए हैं शौकत साहब चीमा साहब फरूक साहब वो जनाब
Majid Khan to say some words. Please, Majid Khan.
Thank you very much. Good evening. Assalamu alaikum. I think first of all we are gathered here today in support of Gareth Snell. We all know the suffering we've going through for the last 14 years with the Tory government at the Westminster, number 10 down. We need to get rid of it. It's time that we have a change. And the reason we called you guys here to assure Gareth that all these people are, apart from our dear friend Matlu from North, everybody else is from Central. So by them coming here, it shows that they are fully supporting yourselves. They will be supporting the we have spoken to all people representing huge families, groups. They are not just individuals. There are dozens, if not more, force behind every single one person sitting here. So I am very grateful to these chaps that you have and also grateful to Mr. Munir for hosting this evening in your honor. That we are very confident, we definitely are confident that we will get all three our MPs elected in 4th of July, and we will then ask them to do their best as far as the funding formula is concerned from the central government, also for City Council, so we can do a lot more things that we need to do it be the potholes, whether it be the public transport, whether it be housing or anything else within the city. You know, policing side is also in crisis. We need more police officers on the road. We need a lot more social and affordable housing within the city. So all these responsibilities are going to be on Gareth's shoulders. Once he's in there, we will make sure that he works hard for the city, along with the other two MPs. And I'm sure he will do his best, as he's been tried and tested in the past. He's been there, he knows the game, he knows the way, and I'm sure he will do his best to deliver for the city. And we all have faith in you. We trust you, and be assured that you will be held accountable. We will be coming to you with all these issues and problems, where as a role of your parliament situation, policing side is also in crisis. We need more police officers on the road. We need a lot more social and affordable housing within the city. So all these responsibilities are going to be on Gareth's shoulders. Once he's in there, we will make sure that he works hard for the city, along with the other two MPs. And I'm sure he will do his best, as he's been tried and tested in the past. He's been there, he knows the game, he knows the way, and I'm sure he will do his best to deliver for the city. And we all have faith in you. We trust you, and be assured that you will be held accountable. We will be coming to you with all these issues and problems, where as a role of your parliament situation, you will need to help us. You need to support the city. It's not just us, it's the whole city. And the other two MPs would have to work with you. And as a team, we can do what we can do locally. We've already been doing that for the last 10 years while we've been in the opposition, and we'll carry on doing that. But it will be yourself and the others that we will be relying on mostly to get us out of the desperate situation that we are in, created by the Tories. And I don't need to say further, anymore. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for coming along. And I hope that if there is any questions, you can ask Gareth. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. And of course, one thing I would like to mention that, the Labour Party, we are strongly recommend to protect our green spaces. And for the last 3 weeks, I have noticed comes from the riverside, if the guys know the riverside road, it's a green belt going riverside, and then Somerville Road, and to pass the apology to the guys, because they are elderly people and they can't come, and that's why they apologize, but their wishes, and they, of course, they are supporting Labour Party.
ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੱਸੋ ਜਨਾਬ, ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਟਾਂਡੇ ਦੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਪਿੰਡ ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਰੋਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਜੀ। ਨਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਹੋਰ ਚੀਜ਼। ਉਹ ਦੇਖੋ ਜਨਾਬ, ਅਕੀਲ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਹੁਣ ਤਸ਼ਰੀਫ ਲਿਆ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਅਕੀਲ ਸਾਹਿਬ, ਵਾਲੇਕੁਮ अस्सलाम, ਸੁਣਾਓ, ਆ ਗਏ ਹੋ? ਬੜੀ ਮਿਹਰਬਾਨੀ ਸਰ, ਨਵਾਜ਼ਿਸ਼, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤਸ਼ਰੀਫ ਲਾਏ ਜੀ। ਚਲੋ ਉਹ ਉੱਥੇ ਨਾ ਚਲੋ ਜਨਾਬ, ਦੇਖੋ ਟਾਂਡੇ ਵਾਲੇ ਉਹ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਟਾਂਡੇ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਮ ਹੀ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਲਾਈਕ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਤੇ ਸਬਸਕ੍ਰਾਈਬ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ ਨਾ, ਸਬਸਕ੍ਰਾਈਬ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ ਤੇ ਜਨਾਬ ਪਿੰਡ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਰੋਸ਼ਨ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਇਨਸ਼ਾਅੱਲਾ। ਸਟੋਕ ਐਂਡ ਟ੍ਰੈਂਡ UK 'ਚ ਬਹਿ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਟਾਂਡੇ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਖਵਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਇੰਨਾ ਥੋੜ੍ਹਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਟਾਂਡੇ ਲਿਆਓ, ਇਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਟਾਂਡੇ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਰੋਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਿਓ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਲਾਈਕ ਕਰਿਓ, ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰਿਓ, ਸਬਸਕ੍ਰਾਈਬ ਕਰਿਓ। ਅਸੀਂ ਇਨਸ਼ਾਅੱਲਾ ਦੇਖੋ ਅੱਗੇ ਬਣਦਾ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਇਨਸ਼ਾਅੱਲਾ ਉਮੀਦ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਜੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਟਾਂਡੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਨਾ, ਮੈਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੀ।
I mean, firstly, thank you all for giving up some time on a beautiful Saturday evening to come here and listen. I think these sort of meetings and these gatherings are really important, because we knock on doors, we have very quick conversations, but actually listening and talking and discussing is one of the ways that we make the world a better place, whether it be very local or to the international. As Councillor Wasim has said, the city is going through a change. The Labour Council is trying to do the best it can, but it has challenges. It does have challenges, and we know that the city still has a lot of challenges. But we have to change. We have to do better. This is where I live, this is where you live, where our kids are going to grow up, it's we hope they'll live one day when they stay locally and look after us in our older ages. And I want the city to be better for them. I want the city to be better for all of us because it's our home. It's the place that we live. It's the place that we love, and it's the place that we care about. And for the last 14 years, it does feel like it's been around to fall apart. It feels a bit like if you were living somewhere in the southeast and Chelsea, you were right. If you were living somewhere like Stoke, you got the crumbs from the table, and we had to be grateful for it. We see how many times do we open the newspaper or see on the news that it's the Royal Stoke Hospital that's got the longest waiting line for ambulances? How often do we read that it is kids in Stoke that are going home? They are scrimping and saving pennies everywhere to do the work that needs to be done in the city. There just isn't enough money. So my job is to go and get that investment. But it's also about the money that goes to the hospitals. It's about the more police on the street so that our kids can feel safe when they're walking around. It's about making sure that we've got more teachers in our schools so that the class sizes are smaller and everyone gets a decent education. It is about bringing the jobs here. I'm tired of people saying, oh, we used to make things in Stoke. Actually, we could do more stuff in Stoke. We've got the brownfield spaces, we've got the infrastructure. We've just got to have the political will to actually deliver it. And for the last time I was elected, I was only there for 2 years. I was only there for 2 years. And so this is unfinished business. There are things that have not changed one bit since the day I lost 5 years ago to polling day on the 4th of July. And why is that? Why has nothing happened in the last 5 years? We've got a car park, brilliant. That's it. So for me, if I do a bad job, vote me out. If I do a bad job and we aren't in a better position in 5 years' time from polling day, vote me out. Because we can't keep this horrible cycle of promises and under-delivering, and promises and under-delivering. The promise I can give is if I am elected on the 4th of July, working with the councils, working with the communities, I will put absolutely everything I've got into delivering for this city, for delivering for the people that live here. Because if we make the city a better place, if we bring in the investment in jobs, if we make the streets safer, if we deal with the health crisis, if we bring down energy bills, then that's better for all of us. And I desperately want to make sure that our kids have a better city in 10 years' time than they have today. Because if we haven't, then
मेरा बेटा थोड़ी देर बाद मैं बच्चों को भी लेके आऊँगा
try something new. We have a Labour government. We haven't had one for 14 years. And we try and bring something back to this city that we've all had before. Or we have more of the same. And if we have more of the same, we should expect the same. And if our expectations for our city are so low that we're happy with what we've got, then vote Conservative. If what you want is actual change and actual investment, vote for something different, vote for some change, and vote for the Labour Party. Vote for me, get me elected, let me help these guys do their job, let all of us as a team help you and your communities across the city, and then, as I say, if in 5 years' time you're not happy with me, vote me out. But that's the best I can offer.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Gareth. Thanks a lot. Before we start, the eating, just want a very tiny bit announcement. The residents who live in this ward, and for the last 6-7 months, I was trying to get an appointment with the city director, John Ross, and which I'm successful. So next month, 14th of July, I think, about 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, I'm going to walk with him and to show all those, the streets where, we need attention. And I've already mentioned Mr. Ramzan, he lives in Trent Valley Road, he mentioned so many times. And already, I've submitted, because it's not like that he said and I've listened, whatever the complaint or whatever the thing comes. So I try not to sleep before I submit the case to the council, which I've already done. But I've received so many, refusals from the council, which I've already mentioned. And 14th of July, if any resident got any concern, they can contact with me. I'm going to be walk. I can come with the city director, John Ross, and hopefully after fully support from us, your side, Gareth Snell, so So the rest of the support I will take with the future MPGareth Snell. We will do our best to demonstrate non-violence be with the residents of Snell. Thank you. Thanks a lot. And now is the time for a cup of coffee and some, the snacks. So it's ready for everyone. Thank you very much.
Come on, whatever you need. Yeah. Come on, Gary. Let's get some tea or coffee sorted, whatever you want. Have a chat while you eat friends about whatever you need to.
अच्छा ले खाने का नहीं चलने ले लो प्लेट
Please help take.
चलो ले लो भाई ले लो सारे चलो ले लो पुत्र लो ओके
Special ordered samosas and some very special types of biscuits here.
पिज़्ज़ास चलो मैं ले लो जैसे मेरा बेटा प्लेट लो ओ ले ऐसे नहीं होता आगे हो ओ आगे हो वो ले प्लेट अंकल से चल अंकल से प्लेट लो खाओ आप भी लो जाओ इधर दो जी चिकन लेना ये वो ले लो वो पिज़्ज़ा ये पड़ा कोई चटनी पड़ी चटनी डालो केचप पड़ा हाँ चटनी डालो नाल पिज़्ज़े का कोई पीस रखो चा ए जी छोटे च पई है ना बगैर चीनी तो चाह है
Veg and chicken.
और जो छोटे थर्मोस च पई है ना बगैर चीनी तो चाह जे
नहीं वो वेज वाले समोसे कितने हैं?
विच मिक्स हो गए
छोटा सी ना
विच मिक्स कर देते ने उन्होंने